I don't know, it's been like 10 years or so. Megan and I have been helping out the Chatham Area Public Library and taking part in getting on stage for a murder mystery every year. And we even did one during the pandemic, and it was a movie of sorts that we essentially produced and directed and put it all together. And what really drew me to it wasn't the fact that, number one, it was helping out a great cause, the Friends of the Library for the Chatham Area Public Library, a fundraiser. That was definitely, a major driver for us to take part in it. But also, they were original scripts, and that's something I think you don't really find too much of anymore. Well, joining us right now is somebody who's been doing the Chatham Area Public Library script writing for much longer than Megan and I have been taking part in it. And I want to say, gosh, it's been about 10 years since Megan and I have been doing it. But Ryan Byers, he is the playwright, and he is the one that ultimately puts these things together, and he joins us now to talk about the event that's coming up Friday and Saturday. Ryan, thanks for taking time with us. We've talked about your process before in the past. So how did you come up with this particular play? Good morning.
Morning, Greg. Glad to be on the air. And to your question, really every year we try to theme the murder mystery around something that's going on in the library, whether that's a program they're having or a particular service that they provide. And this year I decided to get a little bit self-referential. So this is the first time I have written the Chatham Library murder mystery, with the subject matter being me writing the Chatham Library murder mystery.
And it's so wild because, you decided to put me in that position of playing you and watching you work from behind the scenes. Ryan, it's kind of fascinating because, here we are. We've been, rehearsing this week after week, still brushing up on my lines. I've got a ton of lines, but you were there last night for our rehearsal, and watching you kind of, go all the way into the back, and I think you were kind of judging how loud we were being, if we had to be a little bit more loud, or what you were doing heading back into the back. But I could see you peeking over some of the bookshelves with this childlike grin on your face. Tell us what it's like to see what you put on paper post-Thanksgiving tryptophan trip or whatever you're doing, to then when, you see it on stage to a degree. What's that like?
It's really an experience like no other, because I write these things, and I've got a background doing some improv comedy from years and years ago. So effectively what I'm doing when I'm writing it is I've come up with a concept, and I'm thinking, if I were on stage improvising this, what would be coming out of my mouth as this character? So there really, truly is a lot of me in every line that I've written. And it's really fascinating to see somebody take something that is so personal and from effectively your internal monologue and put their own spin on it. And really, when you saw that grin breaking across my face, that was probably when my favorite thing was happening. And that's when one of the actors, and I use that term loosely because they're all community volunteers. No offense, Greg.
Oh, come on.
But when one of the actors takes their own spin and bring something from their own background to just put the little twist on what I've written and make it their own, and make it something sometimes that I never even really would have thought of for a way for that line to hit.
So you're not upset when we butcher your lines, is what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
That's my trying to put a positive spin on you butchering my line.
All right, Ryan Byers, he's the playwright for the Chatham Area Public Library's Murder Mystery, Friday and Saturday. All right, tickets are on sale now. Ryan, you got those details?
Yeah, absolutely. March 10th and 11th, 2 shows, 7 o'clock each evening, taking place at the Chatham Area Public Library in beautiful Chatham, Illinois. And you can get your tickets at any time at chathamlib.org. So again, the 10th and 11th, 7 o'clock, chathamlib.org to book your tickets in advance. We do have the capability this year, didn't necessarily have it in the past. We do have the capability this year to take payment and let people in at the door, but we're still really encouraging people to book online at chathamlib.org in advance, because this does tend to sell out. and we would hate to turn you away if you showed up at the last minute.
And I'm telling you, this play has everything from a bucket of fried chicken to lingerie flying all over the place, to some local references that people are going to just, we might have to get a couple of stretchers out to take people out because they're just going to die of laughter. It's a great time. It's an awesome fundraiser, so make sure you're there Friday and Saturday evening at the Chatham Area Public Library, a murder mystery. Ryan, what's the name of this thing again?
This is Denouement. Offing an author, denouement. So if you're familiar with literary terminology, the denouement is sort of where all of the action in a narrative comes to a head. So this is not a denouement. This is a denouement because somebody doesn't make it out alive.
Oh, poor Chester. All right, so don't want to give too much away. You got to see it. All right, so head on over to the Chatham Area Public Library's website and get your tickets today. Ryan Byers, the playwright, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it, and we'll see you soon, all right?
Always a pleasure. We'll look forward to seeing everybody on the 10th and or 11th at 7 o'clock at the Chatham Area Public Library.
Make it happen. All right, stay tuned. We'll talk about